Are you dreaming of living like this? Living in an RV as remote as you can in the forest or in the desert or wherever you're dreaming of living? But the one thing that's holding you back is you don't know how you're going to make money. How are you going to earn a living? What skills do I have that are going to translate into me being able to work remotely and travel and do all the things that I dream about doing? Well, don't fret, because today I'm going to share with you the 9 most creative and downright weird ways that you can make some money no matter where you're living. Whether you want to live in an RV or whether you're still living in sticks and bricks and you just need some creative ways to earn a little extra money, I'm going to share those with you today. And don't worry, this isn't going to be like all the other videos out there by RVers telling you about the beet harvest and work camping and teaching English as a second language. Nope, none of that. I got some really weird, out-of-the-box things for you today about ways that you can make some money. Before I do, though, I'm going to talk a little bit about our working mindset and what we've been led to believe about work and really what a new life and a new work life could mean for you. So I'm going to, talk a little philosophical first before I get into the 9 weird ways that you can make money. You ready to get started? Come on, let's go.
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to mind your own.
Hello, all you beautiful, friendly people, otherwise known as friendlies. So today I'm going to talk about different ways, weird ways, creative ways that you can make money. But before I do, I'm going to talk about changing how we think about work, which I think is really important before you start living in an RV, because living in an RV means kind of getting rid of a lot of the ideas, at least for many of us, a lot of the ideas about the American dream, a lot of the ideas about what normal life is supposed to be. So I think it's really important to have a conversation about what work means. And so we're going to start with that. But first, I know a lot of you are going to wonder what the heck is up with my lip. I took Sadie on her first backpacking trip. Subscribe. That's going to be coming up probably in about a month. But I went backpacking for 4 days and my lips got really chapped and it's having a hard time healing. It keeps splitting. I finally put Neosporin on it this morning. But anyway, if it was Hollywood, they'd be covering this up with makeup, because I know it's going to be probably distracting for some of you, but this ain't Hollywood. This is real life. Okay, I've been really wanting to make this video for a long time because I know I've seen them in my suggested videos a lot. I know a lot of RVers talk about different ways that you can earn a living on the road. Haven't watched them, don't know what they say, so sorry. I don't think this is going to be repetitive. I can't imagine that anybody else did a video talking about most of the things I'm going to talk about today, the ways to make money. And I don't know, I'm kind of like the philosophical. A lot of people give you like the tactical, this is what you can do. But I like to kind of dig deeper into what we've been taught and what we're told and what our habits are, especially as Americans, and this whole work ethic that we have that the rest of the industrialized world thinks is absolutely insane, because we work too much. We only get 2, maybe 3 weeks of paid vacation a year. We work 40 hours a week. And so that's what I want to talk about first before I get into the 9 ways to make money. From kindergarten, maybe even preschool, we're taught that 5 days a week, 6-8 hours a day, you go someplace, and, we're kind of trained from very early on for working for someone else, and we're trained to work 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, whatever it is, and that's what we're trained to do. And so we don't really think about it when we go into the working world. And by the way, did you know that the 40-hour work week, how many of you know where the 40-hour work week comes from? Well, it comes from the beginning of labor unions. I don't know. I wanted to do the research on this and I totally forgot, but I don't know. When was it? I'm thinking about that book. What's that book? Oh my God. Anyway, back in the day, in the early days of the Industrial Revolution, when children were in factories and there were no worker rights and people were, the whole family, including little kids, were going into factories to work, and there weren't minimum wage laws, there weren't maximum, there weren't break law, like you have to have a break every few hours. There weren't any of those laws in place. Beginning of the Industrial Revolution, when all the factory towns and things like that were coming in, and that's kind of all people had, and it was all they knew. And these factories literally like worked people and children to death. And then labor unions came in and said, no, people have to have a life. They can't just devote their entire lives to work. And so the 40-hour, and I'm probably bastardizing this a little bit and really kind of simplifying it, but from my understanding is the 40-hour work week was a compromise. And this is back in the Industrial Revolution when people were probably working, I would say probably 80 hours a week, probably every day, maybe except Sunday. And so the 40-hour a week was a compromise between the big businesses and the unions. So it was a compromise from 80 to 100 hours a week to 40 hours a week. And that became the standard, and then anything over that was overtime. So the 40-hour work week became standard in America as a compromise to working people literally to death. And that is what we still have today. The 40-hour work week is what we have, and most people don't question it. It's just what it is. Why? And I think about my days as working, and I didn't even have kids. I look at families now raising kids, and they've got school and soccer and piano and activities. I don't know how they do it. I couldn't even do it, not having kids. Think about it. You work 40 hours a week, and if you've got a commute, that ends up being 10, 11, 12 hours a day, depending on how long your commute is. For me, there were times I had a 3-hour commute. And 9 hours, with an hour for break, and that's 12 hours a day. You get home, you're tired, you cook dinner, you go to bed, and then your weekends, at least one day on the weekend is all errands. You might have one day on the weekend to rest. And so what kind of quality of life is that really? Why? And why have we just accepted that this should be normal? And so this is what I want to challenge your thinking on moving into an RV, is that you don't have to do that anymore. Number one, you don't have to work 40 hours a week if you don't want to. You don't have to work every day if you don't want to. You can find a way to make enough money working 3 months a year and not work another 9 months, the other 9 months. You can work, 2 hours every day if you want, or you can work, 10 hours for 3 days a week if you want. So that's just the one thing that I wanted to begin this video with, is really changing how you think about work and earning a living. It doesn't have to be the way you've always done it. I met a woman at Denali National Park in Alaska who she lives full-time in an RV, and she's got like 2 seasonal jobs. One was like in Colorado or Montana. I think she was like a server or a bartender, and she would go there and she'd work 3 months a year. She'd stay there and she'd, save a bunch of money. And then there was another seasonal job she had somewhere else, and she'd go work there for 6 weeks. So she worked like 4 or 5 months a year, and the rest of the year she just traveled wherever she wanted to travel. One of the beautiful things about living in an RV is we don't have static costs. We don't have a static mortgage. We don't have a static rent. I've said this before, my mortgage and my rent is gas, and I have complete control over how much that is by how much I travel. If I stay in one place for a month, I'm not spending any money, so my mortgage and rent is practically zero. So I just wanted to begin this video by just kind of giving you some food for thought, and really thinking, when you're planning for this lifestyle and you're thinking about how you're going to support yourself, remember, you're not going to need as much money as you have in your sticks and bricks. You're going to have more control over your overhead costs, gas, at least for me, being the biggest one, and there's things like health insurance. But if you really start thinking about living on less, buying less, as I said in my last video about how to prepare for RV life, spending less, not buying the clothes, not buying the hairstylists and the makeup and the anti-aging and the fancy shoes and the handbags. Once you get rid of all of that and simplify your life, you don't need to live on as much. So maybe you can just work 3 months a year and you don't have to work again for 9 months. And so it's really important to reframe work and how you earn a living, and really just get used to the idea of living with less and on less, and that you are in control of your own life. You're in control of your income, you're in control of your expenses, and so make your life, this is your opportunity to make your life whatever you want it to be. Okay, are you ready to hear about the 9 weird ways that you can make money and start defining your own reality? All right, let's get started with that. All right, I'm gonna count down from the least weird to the most weird, and count down to the single weirdest way you can make money, and I'll give you a hint, it's perfect for van dwellers. But number 9 on my list for weird ways that you can earn a living no matter where you are, and this actually isn't really weird, but I had to throw this in there. This year for our 2020 election, there is a huge shortage of poll workers because a lot of poll workers are generally elderly people who are the highest risk group for COVID-19. And so a lot of them don't want to put their lives and their health at risk this year. And so there is a nationwide shortage of poll workers. I'm not sure. I think every state is a little different in whether or not you need to be a registered voter in that state to be a poll worker. But what a perfect way. You spend probably a couple days between training and everything. You earn a little money no matter where you are for the states that don't require you to be a resident or a registered voter in that state. But you can go to powertothepolls.org to find out what the restrictions and rules are and to find out if you qualify and to apply to be a poll worker. This is the most critical election, I think, in the history of the United States. The future of our country depends on it. So if you are able, if you're healthy, if you're looking to earn a little extra money, becoming a poll worker this year is a really, really great way to do it. When I got back from New Zealand, I volunteered to be a caucus leader in my hometown, and I led a caucus, and it was such a great experience to be part of our, democratic institutions and to really learn how a caucus works, and it was in Nevada, and I really learned a lot, and it was a lot of fun to get involved and meet other people. If you're looking for some community, maybe you're looking for a way to earn a little extra money, please look into becoming a poll worker. We really need poll workers this year, okay? And number 8 on my list of weird ways that you can make money is to get paid for your photos. How many of us living this lifestyle love to take pictures of the scenery and the beautiful nature that's around us? So this is a perfect way to earn a little extra money. There are tons of stock photo websites that are just dying to pay you for your images. And you don't need to be an expert photographer. You just need to have decent resolution. You need to have a decent eye. But why not go ahead and put your photos up on some of these websites and see if you can start earning some money from them. Basically, how it works is you put your photos up there, and every time somebody uses your photo, you get a royalty. So it's a pretty easy way to earn a little extra money. Some of the sites that accept freelance photos are Adobe Stock Photos, Shutterstock, Etsy, and more. For all of the information in this video, I am going to put links in the video description, so be sure to check the video description, and I'm going to put links and a little bit more information for everything that I talk about in this video. But number 8 was selling your photos. Great way to earn a little extra money. And number 7 on my list of weird ways that you can earn some money is by trying things out before they hit the shelves and taking surveys. So this is kind of a 2-for-1. Not only do you earn a little extra money by leaving reviews of these products before they come out to the general public, but you also get freebies. So there's a site called Taluna. I'll put it here. I'll also put it in the description, but you can get paid literally to try out products before they hit the general public. So it's a great way to earn a little. You're not going to get rich, may not even be able to make a full time, but piecing, like I said in the beginning of this video, start thinking about work in different ways. And if you can piece together a living doing a little bit of this, selling a few photos, and just kind of like diversifying your income potential, having passive income if you put photos up and things like that. This is all in starting to be in charge of your own life, rethinking how you earn a living, and just kind of saying no to the whole American 40-hour work week and only having one way of earning money. You're in charge of your own destiny. So this Toluna, Toluna, is a great way to earn a little extra money by leaving reviews on new products, and you also get free products. So that might help subsidize your income. You can get things like food products, makeup, personal care, shampoo, and even some fun things in the mix. So imagine if you didn't have to buy shampoo, or imagine if you get, like, just throwing this out there, I don't know if this is on it, but soup for free. This could help offset the money that you spend on groceries. So again, thinking about different creative ways to kind of support yourself. And it doesn't always have to be money, but food can help too. So Toluna is a great way, and that's why a great and a little bit of weird way to make some money, and also to kind of subsidize maybe with some products that you don't have to buy. So that's why that's 7 on the list. And number 6 on the list on our countdown to the weirdest way to make money is to review music and clothes. Yeah, by visiting the website and signing up for an account called Slice of the Pie, you can review new music, you can review new products, you can review clothes, and again, you get all these for free, and you get paid to leave your review. So this is another fun and easy, anybody can do it no matter where you are, as long as you have an internet signal. This is another great and kind of off the beaten track creative way to earn a little extra money. And you can review music and clothes and get paid for it. I think that is right up the alley for some of you, right? And number 5 on my list of weird and creative ways that you can earn money is called Amazon Mechanical Turk. So Amazon, it's an Amazon product, and you get paid to do different online work for different companies. And there's a lot of different things. There's data processing, there's analysis, there's content moderation, there are surveys there as well. And you basically get paid like, a penny or 30 cents per word or per piece. And when I was first researching Amazon Mechanical Turk, one of the sources that I saw was actually able to get up to earning minimum wage. Takes a while to build your reputation, and the longer you're on there, the better the jobs that you get, the higher per piece you're able to get. So it really does take a while to go on. You have to kind of start with the really easy, really cheap jobs, and then you have to work up. But you can earn minimum wage on Amazon Mechanical Turk. This one guy did. I signed up for an account and I did a couple jobs just to kind of see what it was, because I wanted to check it out before I brought it to you. And it's, if you're just sitting in your RV or van all day and you have an internet signal and you're looking for something just to occupy your time, maybe this might be a good way to spend a couple hours a day, and you could earn up to $50, $60, maybe $100 a month. And for some people, I know that's a lot of money. That could buy, for me, that buys a tank of gas. Gets me 400 miles. So again, piecing these things together and is a good way to supplement your income or to even help you survive out here. So Amazon Mechanical Turk, go to Amazon, set up an account. You have to link your bank account and all kinds of things, but links below, link here, and check it out. And number 4 on my list, counting down to the most weirdest way to earn a little extra money is, and this is my favorite, did you know that there is a website where you can go and learn about class action lawsuits against a bunch of different companies? And this is one of my favorites. I go there every once in a while because, like, there was a recent one, Roundup, and the year, if you bought Roundup and used it between, like, I don't know, 2000 and 2008, you are eligible for a part of this class action lawsuit. And so I signed up for it because, yeah, I bought Roundup. I owned a house then, and we did buy Roundup. And this is a great source because a lot of times you don't need proof of purchase. Like, I'm not going to have proof of purchase of Roundup I purchased in 2000. You just have to certify that, yes, I paid for it. Yes, I bought it. You might have to say where you bought it, and you sign up, and you'll get a class action lawsuit settlement check in the mail. And I've been doing this for years, and I've gotten several checks from different products that I didn't know. I wouldn't have known otherwise that there were class action lawsuits against them. But it's a great place to go and find out if you qualify, if you can be part of the class action lawsuit and get remunerated for whatever wrong they did. I think we all know what Roundup did. And there's a bunch of different companies on there, a bunch of different products. So go there, check there once a month and see if there's anything that you're eligible for. Like I said, you know, even if you get a check for $5 or for $10, for some people that can go a long way. For some people, $10 could be a day's meal, a day's worth of food, a day's worth of groceries. So it doesn't hurt to go and check. It's called classaction.org. I'll put the link here and I'll put the link in the description. But go there right now and see what class action lawsuits you can be a part of and get the money that's rightfully yours, that is owed to you by these companies who have wronged the public in some way. So yeah, fun, huh? That's kind of cool. And the third on my list of weird ways to make money is to reclaim lost assets. Have you ever wondered if you have a distant rich uncle who left you an inheritance, or maybe a utility or a bank owes you a deposit that you forgot about? Maybe there's a long lost bank where you had to put a minimum of $25 in a savings account and you moved away and maybe you completely forgot about that, or a utility deposit that maybe you forgot about. It's really fun to go and check every once in a while lost assets to see. You just never know what money might be out there. I think there's like millions of dollars of unclaimed assets from inheritances and from banks and credit unions and utilities and maybe even rent deposits and things like that that you don't even know about. There's a list of 4 different places that you can go, government agencies and things like that, that you can go to find out if there is lost money there that you haven't found yet. And I'm going to put those 4 sources in the description of this video. So you never know. Go check it out. You never know. There might be money out there that you didn't even know about. I think I've heard of like pretty big windfalls. People had no idea that maybe they got an inheritance or something and, you know, all of a sudden hundreds of thousands of dollars. Of course, that didn't happen to me, but it might happen to you. So go check it out. Lost assets, okay? All right, we're almost at number 1, the weirdest way that you can make money. I bet you're really curious about what it is. But first we're going to talk about the second weirdest way that you can make money. And this is kind of sweet, kind of weird, but it's called Rent a Friend. Yeah, rentafriend.com, where you can rent yourself out as a friend to someone who needs a friend. It's not like an escort. You know, it kind of is. It's kind of an escort without the sex, I guess, right? But you can rent yourself out as a friend, and there's a whole long list of services that you can provide. A friend to the elderly. And you actually get paid for this. You really do, up to $50 an hour to rent yourself out as a friend. And it could be someone who needs a workout partner. It could be somebody who wants a walking partner or a hiking partner. It could be someone who is someone with disabilities who is looking for a friend. It could be, you know, a friend to go to a family event or to go to a movie with, for all those people out there who maybe don't like doing things alone. So check out, I think it's Rent a Friend. I'll put it right here. Check out rentafriend.com, and that's perfect for nomads because you can choose your location and you can rent yourself out wherever you're going. So that's kind of perfect for nomads and kind of fun. You never know. You might meet new people, and if you need to get out, and it's also a great way to earn a little extra money. So go to the Rent a Friend website and fill out an application, find out what what the qualifications are, what they're looking for, and rent yourself out as a friend to someone in need. It's kind of sweet, right? All right, you ready for number 1? The weirdest way you can make money. Do you have any guesses what it is? All right. We're here. We're at number 1. What I think is the weirdest way you can make money, but it's perfect. It's perfect for van dwellers. So did you guess? What were your guesses? I wonder what your guesses were. I don't know. We're not doing this live or anything. But the number 1 weirdest way you can make money, you know, we've all heard about selling our blood, selling our hair, even selling our semen. Can we sell our eggs? We can probably even sell our eggs. But have you ever heard of selling your poop? I shit you not. You can sell your poop. That's right, I know. And how perfect is this for van dwellers who poop in a bucket anyway, and then all you have to do is take a sample and send it in. And for every sample you send in, you can earn up to $40. It's perfect for van dwellers. Instead of filling at landfills and gas station garbages with bags of poop, you can send it in and you can help humankind. Openbiome.org, and they help treat an infection that I'm not even going to try to pronounce, but this feces, the stool, actually goes to help people with a specific infection. And so you're, not only earning money, you're helping people with a specific infection get well. So it's kind of cool, I guess, right? Like I said, especially for van dwellers who I don't even know how they dispose of their poop, or the people out here who just, poop next to a tree and leave it. You can sell it. I should leave signs on the trees. Don't poop here. Sell your poop. It's $40 per sample that you send in. There are certain qualifications, so go to the website. I'll put the website in the description below and fill out the questionnaire. There's probably certain health things. There's certain things that they're looking for, probably healthy individuals and things like that. So so they're not just taking anybody's poop. They're pretty specific about the poop that they take. So go to openbiome.org and see if you qualify to sell your poop. I know, I told you it was weird, and I'm curious, have you ever heard about that before? Has anybody else ever said that you can sell your poop as a way to earn a living on the road? All right, so I hope you enjoyed my little talk today about redefining how we work and taking control of your own life and piecing together a living, a subsistence, your own way. It might be, do all 9 of these, and that might be what it takes for you to be able to earn a living on the road. So what are your thoughts? Are there any other creative, weird, out of the box ways to make a living that you know about that I didn't cover? Put them in the comments below. I would love to read them. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I enjoyed being with you as usual, and I hope you learned something from this video. I appreciate each and every one of you who are here supporting my channel with your kindness, your kind comments, watching my videos, sharing my videos, and a special shout out to patrons who go the extra mile to invest in my work. Thank you all so much. I couldn't do it without each and every one of you. I will see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. Mwah. I'll see you soon. Bye. Happy pooping.